Good morning. Welcome back to another episode of EveryTrade.
Guess who's back, baby? This is EveryTrade Behind the Build, episode 32, and this is for the trolls. So welcome back to another episode of EveryTrade Behind the Build. Thank you for bearing with us this week whilst I've taken a little break. I actually went away with my family to Cos and I got a little bit burnt. I do not tan very well. You're probably not surprised to hear. So I want to address last week's video. I did get quite a lot of grief for using the title I used and the thumbnail I used. And you know what? I own the situation. I probably have been guilty of trying to deploy a couple of cheat codes to try and grow this channel. But honestly, I'm saying it I want you to understand it's done in the spirit of trying to grow this channel. And yeah, probably I've tried to piggyback on other people a little bit. I've watched so many YouTube videos of how to grow your channel, and so many of them say you need to utilize every trick in the book to get the word out there, and by that you've got to jump on other collaborations with people and stuff like that. I would collaborate with Daniel tomorrow, but apparently someone said in the comments he hates me, he can't stand me, so maybe it's not going to happen anytime soon. But I love the guy, I respect his content, and I love it, and I'll be tuning in this morning, Sunday, when you're watching, to his episode. So yeah, I'm sorry if I offended and upset you. I know some people take it very seriously, and listen, it's one of those things. All I want to do is deliver amazing content as best we can every single week. I want these episodes to be informative and entertaining. And if I've cut corners and may basically used a couple of cheat codes, then I'm sorry. It annoys me that all the emphasis needs to be on the title and the thumbnail, and actually the content behind it is almost not as important, because I believe we're putting out really good content. But anyway, you can't please everyone all the time. I'm back today, it's Friday, I've got a really busy day. I'm gonna bring you a few things that have happened in the week, but I'm also gonna take you around a job and get out on site and cram so much into this day and this episode as possible. So let us have it. So what I've decided is I'm gonna let this channel breathe. I'm gonna let the content hopefully speak for itself. Like I said, I own it. I probably have been guilty of trying to force the growth of this channel, and that's genuinely for the right reason. I just want to get the word out there. I want everyone to see what's happening in this company, because like I've said before, everyone's got their own story to tell. Every business has got its own story, and the people behind the business have got their own story. So no more clickbait. Yeah, just gonna let it out, let it go, let it out. And if I do get it wrong, I'll hold my hands up. I'm not trying to be clever. I'm not trying to piggyback other people's success. I just want to get the word and this content out there. So back in the real world, KTM, how has it been this week in my absence? Have you missed me?
Big time.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely. Everyone has. Have you not watched last week's episode? That'll tell you exactly what's happened.
I did actually.
You watched it?
I did watch it.
Yeah.
I did watch it also.
And
you know what? It was great because it was really weird, because I felt like just a normal subscriber.
Yeah.
And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, because what I don't get is that we've got like 10,000, on average 10,000 views a week per episode, yet we've only got 7,500 subscribers. So please just click the subscriber button. It's free and it will inspire us to make more content and be even more open. I want to be open, I want to be transparent, and I want to help other people that are in business, trying to get into business. And also we just want to be entertaining, because we love what we do. We love work. Well, I do. I don't know about you. Do you like it?
It's amazing.
Yeah, genuine.
Really good.
And
no, it's good. Genuinely, everyone loves it.
Yeah, we do. I work here with some of my best mates, and when I was working.
Why? Who's your mates?
Well, you're my best mate, aren't you?
Yeah.
Come on, it's payday today.
Mate, love you
like a brother. My man.
What about me from another mother?
Yeah, you stay behind the camera.
Yeah, top two.
Yeah. These episodes, man, I tell you what, I do not love you the amount of money. I tell you what.
I know.
I can tell he's got a wedding this year.
Heavy.
Woo! But
milking the overtime. Milking it.
So, yeah, back to business anyway. So how's things been anyway?
Honestly, it's been good. We've not had to bring you any drama while you've been away, have we?
We didn't actually. We didn't.
That's good.
Although I got a couple of calls this morning about doors didn't fit and things like that, but they dealt a bit well in my absence.
Yeah, we didn't want to bring that to you. It's pointless. We can deal with stuff like that. We've had 3 new instructions, which I'll tell you about after. So starting, couple starting in July, couple booked up for next year now. So we've had a really productive week.
I'd say that things are picking up slowly but surely. There was a period where I thought it was proper dead as a dodo, and it was slightly worrying, although I never do panic about these things.
No.
Even when the people around us are probably panicking a bit, I don't panic because I've seen it all. Started this business in a recession. But yeah, I believe at Project Moss, we've been cracking on with some tiling. Warren, the magic man, the man that sprays diggers and also does some of our tiling for us, is cracking on. Hollywood, come here and have a look at this. So I've come back from a holiday to, what is this?
So this is a chicken thigh Rogan Josh.
This is made by 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗗, who is 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗃's dad.
Yeah.
You should see this guy. He's an absolute, he's just an athlete and he's impeccable. He's got cars bigger than Jack Greed lifts, it's ridiculous. So what have I got?
So you got the Rogan Josh, and then you got some cumin rice, and then we've got some chapati there, or some Lebanese bread to have.
You are just getting all this sorted for me.
Yeah, do you want me to eat it for you as well?
And then, yeah, would you mind?
Yeah, I'll sort that.
Perfect.
Yeah, nice
See, this is
one.
what it's all about, delegation, yeah? No, I'll do it. Just bang a bit of rice in here. What do I put the chapati in?
Yeah.
Oh, you can bang it in there?
Inside, yeah, bang it in.
There
you go.
Don't go.
Mix it.
Don't go.
Mix it.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I get looked after here. Cheers, 𝗕𝗨𝗟. I know he watches. And Shazza, 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗟's mum. We love Shazza as well. They are the coolest mum and dad. You're lucky to have mum and dad.
They're alright, yeah. See them more as mates, as Baron.
Is that why you've not moved out of your house yet? You still live at home at the age of 30?
Yeah. I get all this grand, don't I?
Why haven't you moved out yet?
Because house prices, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, what you need to do is meet a girl who's got their own house.
Yeah.
How's that going anyway, the dating game?
The dating game,
Oh, it's like a cookery show.
non-existent at the minute.
If you've tuned in to watch building work, sorry about that. We'll be back to that shortly. Yeah. What's go on? How's it going?
Nah, non-existent at the minute, the dating game, mate.
Is there any hot ladies out there? Considering that 99% of the viewers of this channel are male, that I don't reckon you probably, unless you change your sexuality, you're not going to meet anyone on this channel. However, if there is anyone out there, look at this specimen. Look at him. Look at you going.
Oh, I can't. No.
Tense a bit.
No, I can't.
That's good. But you're more of a. You went for a run last night, didn't you? More of a
Yeah, I did.
cyclist,
Yeah. I do a bit of it. Do a bit of everything.
Yeah. What are you stirring this
I'm gonna
rice
have
for?
some.
Oh, yeah, again, not second helping.
Yeah, second
How long
helping.
in the microwave for?
Put it in for 4 minutes.
Anyway, speak to you shortly. This is spicy. He was lying. Wow, nice though. Over in Liverpool, Alex is going to show you around where we're up to on Project Adelaide.
Welcome back to Liverpool. I'm on Project Adelaide and the scaffold's up and I'm on top of it, pissing down again. But yeah, so scaffold's up on here. That means one thing: the scaffold on the other job round the corner has been took down. So today, even though it's raining, I'm going to assess the roof with Christian and see what we're going to do, because there's a few different things going on here. We don't know whether to keep it and cross-batten inside to get the ventilation because it's got non-breathable felt, or we just strip it off and replace it all, which now I'm up and I'm looking at it, I think we're going to just strip it off. But we'll have a little chat with Christian and we'll work out what we're going to do. Another thing as well about these roofs, especially here in Kenny Fields, as soon as you come on the top you just get attacked by seagulls. Like they come for you, and like because they're nesting on certain ones, you can see certain people have the little things, the little spikes stop the birds from going on, but they just nest on the chimneys and mate, they just come for you, proper come for you. You get attacked a few times. Christian's coming up now and they're getting attacked, a nightmare. So we're next door's joined in with ours. It's like a hidden valley that's been put in, but it's not the best, and you can see the height change in it. So you're best putting a little shark fin instead on that. That other side's got missing tiles as well.
Same. It looks like the mortar is being missed. That's odd. It's just odd.
Loads of broke, isn't he?
Loads of
moss growing on them. Because when you look at these properties, right the way along, you have like 4 hours before you hit the downpipe, which is a nightmare. But because the way it's been cast into each one, you can see other ones. You can be running right the way across. And where is the outlet? Here now, is it down there?
Yeah, the next door got it.
Yeah. So you've got other people's water running across your house as well. So they could be having issues. Water's coming along and it's getting dragged into your bit as well. So yeah, and then the chimney, we always take the cowls off and we'll cap them because the chimney breasts have gone inside now and it's literally only the stack that's left inside. So we'll take all them off and we'll cap them. We don't want to be coming back up here again. We want to come up here now, spend the money, get the scaffold put up. So yeah, so now we know what we're doing. We'll get the order in, get Nick our roofer booked in, and then start getting stripped off and getting it done. Because once this is done inside, then more is ready to insulate and board. So yeah, after our assessment of the roof, we are going to swap it. And even from this angle now, looking at it, it looks okay. It looks, obviously there's a bit of moss growing on it, but from here, it looks decent. Really, it doesn't look like there's any issues with it, and you could get away with it. The back elevation is a lot better than the front because there's not that many broken tiles, and you could just go about swapping them. But it still feels it don't need to be replaced. By the time we put all of Alex's windows in and we mess around with it, and as I say, we have got the problem with the breathable felt issue. We just need to swap it out. And then when we're looking at our roof to assess what we need to do, we've got like the likes next door's roof, and there's lead flashing missing, there's other tiles that are missing, and you know for a fact they've got leaks. And just looking around at other people's roofs, you know that there's more water getting in, and like it's just damaging your property. So if they were ever to get a valuation or wanted to sell their property, it's going to downvalue their property because there's an issue there. It's got water coming in from somewhere that needs to be fixed, and it's not a cheap solution to fix. So I don't know why they don't try and get it looked at, but I don't know. But as I say, yeah, we're gonna swap it out. From this angle, it looks good, doesn't it? But we've also had a little bit of a problem with the extension, which I'll explain to you in a minute. When I come down, and no one can hear me talking about it because one of the neighbours has been onto the council about the extension that we built, saying that it's too big. So we've built it under permitted development, which you have to stick to certain sizes, certain heights of the eaves, and at the pitch where it goes up to, certain widths and certain depths coming out. And we're well within it because we've done it when we checked it when we measured, but I'm just going to double check now with Christine's going to take measure. So you need your eaves to be 3 metres from the floor, and we're 290 there.
Through the roof tire, which is the extra 50 mil.
The highest point going up needs, I'm sure it's 4 or 4.5 metres, but don't quote me on it, but it's around a height. And then you can only be 3 metres out, 3 metres wide, or depending on how width your outrigger is. But we're less than 3 metres out, aren't we? What are we out? So we're just on 3 metres there with that. Yeah, so just on 3 metres, so we can see where we've stepped back the extension. And we stepped it back, so we're just on 3 metres. Anyone else would have just come flush, like everyone else has done. And you look at other people's houses that they've all done, they'll all be more than 3 metres, every single one of them. And that's quite high as well. But we are in it, and we know we've had these issues in the past where people have a complaint. So we always get checked, and for some reason, anyone who does student stuff in Liverpool gets checked all the time, just out to get people. but we've made sure within our remit and our measurements there. There's our 3 metres, which is onto the existing house, and we're like probably 295, so we're in. Well in.
Yeah, we see.
So it's safe, mate.
It's so safe.
Every time this happens and I get these calls or emails, I think, oh no, what's happened now? I mean, we're at a stage now, if it did, you know, was wrong, we could fix it, but you know, we're safe. So there's a little website here for you, which is what I use. So you can go on like the planning portal to look at what you need to do under permitted development and see your rights, but it's a little bit not as easy to like distinguish certain things. But there's a website called Planning Jungle, and I'll try and get the link put in for you. And it's basically like it gives you like a 3D image of stuff. Phone's going off, so you might see some messages, but it gives you like a 3D image of what you can and can't do. It's dead easy to explain and read. So if you look at what it's saying there, like the max height of a single story, saying 4 metres. So that means the highest pitch. So where we've got this going up into the house, we can't be any more than 4 metres there. We're 360. And then the eaves, if within 2 metres of a boundary, so the boundary's there. So we are within 2 metres on the other side, we're actually on the boundary. So, you know, we're well within that. Can't be any more than 3 metres. So we measured them before and what we were 2.9. And that's not at our finish level. That's at the alleyway finish level. So our finish level there, but probably about 2.7. But when you go in the alleyway and measure it, it drops down a bit, the floor. So we're about 2.9, so we're still in. So we made sure when we built it that we stuck to it, and we do it on every single property because we have nearly caught a cold on a previous job a couple of years back where it was, you know, we were pushing a little bit and we've sort of got away with it. But going forward, we always make sure anything to do with extensions, especially in these areas, to bang on, because you will not get away with it because they're onto you. The neighbours are just on the phone straight away. But yeah, Planning Jungle gives you loads of information there about what you can and can't do. We've been holding off getting the extension roof covered until we made a decision on the outside roof. So now that we're going to get the whole roof completely overhauled, we're going to get this one done as well at the same time now and tie it in together in the same job with Nick, our roofer. So then upstairs, Alex is putting the shower trays in now, so he's finishing off his first fix plumbing and heating. Once downstairs is watertight in terms of the roof, Kev, our electrician, will come back and first fix the ground floor on the electrical side. Yeah, there's a little problem we always have there. So when we fit the shower trays, if one of the walls is so badly out, by the time it comes to get dabbed, if it's getting dabbed, for instance, that wall, and it comes too far into the tray, and we've had it in the past where we've had to remove the tray and refix it again. So Alex has just picked up on a wall being quite badly out that we're going to have to work out now where the finished level is going to be prior to putting it in. Yeah, so you can see how much it's out. That one wall there, you're coming. It's going to be like 2 inches by the time you get down the bottom. And then plus your dab as well. So yeah, you're going to come a bit further out. And you've seen on one of the previous videos as well where I was talking about the shower trays, where they have the lip, and that's why we need to make sure that when it gets boarded, it be bored, so we just finish just on that line. So when it gets tiled, the tile sits inside the tray on the little lip. So this is what we were talking about when we were on the roof, about the felt. So that's the old bitumen felt, which isn't breathable, and that's where the building inspector this time round, on the past couple of jobs he's been saying to us now, if we wanted to keep that, we'd have to cross batten, but we'd have to also build out first, wouldn't we, for the insulation? No, because you want cross batten first
with this ventilation.
So you want cross batten first, which is just roofing batten, then build out for the insulation.
Then insulation, which is have to be, we reach to the 150 valuation.
Yeah,
so
150 mil thick.
The 50 mil thick valuation.
Or so we can do 75.
75.
And the quilt.
PIR.
And the quilt.
And the quilt.
But by the time you've done all that, you're down here then in height. So that's what we're saying. It's just worth swapping it and putting the new stuff in. And by the time we start messing around, we've got to put 2 Velux windows in here and 2 in the back and 1 in the hallway. By the time we start messing around, touching in tiles, they're just going to start crumbling. So just take it off and replace it and do it again fresh. Might as well. Better job, better finish, and you know, it lasts a lot longer. People have all different ways of doing it now on the insulation in the loft. Some obviously put it straight into the cavity and then they'll overboard in 50 mil and then fix the plasterboard on, or you can get them which are already on the plasterboard. Depends really how you build up for your first stage. If you build this first stage up right, then you can use the plasterboard, because the plasterboard's a little bit smaller on the insulation side, And all depends on your building inspector as well. Like, we've got 2 different building inspectors that we work with. One is very, very, let's say, strict on what he wants, and he's very by the book, and the other one sort of reads the job a little bit and the conditions of the site and what it was like previously. And if you've improved it a lot anyway, he sort of like gives you a little bit of leeway in certain stuff, which is, you know, it helps us a little bit when we're doing certain things. And we're not trying to save money, we just want to do things so it's right, you know, because we own these properties, so we want them doing properly as well. And even if it was a customer's property, we want to make sure it's right, we don't have no comebacks. But some of the insulation now, mate, it's a joke, isn't it? Before you know, we'll be down here, be building walls down here, it keeps going on. So that's it for now in Liverpool. So a little update there on the roof, took you through all the bits that we're going to do. Me and Christian have got a little bit more to work on inside, just to go through some more stuff before the next lads start inside. So I won't have to leave you now, give you back to Manchester and let them take it from here.
So I've just turned up at Project Rosewood. Oh, it's good to be back. I love being in, I'm sad like that. Whilst I was away the whole time, I just couldn't wait to get back in. Everyone thinks I'm a bit weird. So yeah, I'm just gonna have a look around now, see what's what. But back at Project Moss, Alex, one of our talented heating engineers, is cracking on with some plumbing. So yeah, I've just had a look around the site, it's looking really good. Tyler's have got as far as they have got. It's got a nice herringbone bond here, I like it. It's hard to do, it's more expensive, but it looks amazing when it's done. It actually makes the whole sort of kitchen diner feel bigger. Weird, because it's an optical illusion, but it makes everything feel bigger. And the customers started miscoating and painting it, so it looks nice. So yeah, the kitchen's now in, and we've started, but I've found out that our friends at Howden's, and I don't like digging out suppliers, but Howden's have not done us any favours whatsoever. Apparently 5 times the order has been wrong, which just makes us look stupid, but it's not our fault. We'll put the order in, the customer has paid Howden's, etc. They're quick to come after you if you ever owe them money, the Howden's, but they've messed us about. Apparently the whole utility fit has come wrong, so it's just, we're stuck. All we can do is little bits and pieces, just to try and keep the job moving. Captain Locke's told me they've had to manufacture a unit because Howden's have said that they couldn't supply it, so we managed to, luckily we got good guys that can do things like that. But it's just annoying because when your supplier lets you down, it makes you as a contractor look incompetent, and we're not incompetent. We're good, aren't we, Captain Locke?
Yes, we're very good.
Yeah, so, yeah, but it is looking good. It's a really nice kitchen, this, handleless design. Look at this pantry. Oh, where's the pantry? It's here, isn't it? It's a push to open, isn't it? Yeah, it's nice that. We should get some light in here. I wonder if we can get some light in here somehow. So when you open it, motion sensors bring the lights on. I like that. Very good. It's looking good. You're doing well, Captain Locke. You know what you're doing, don't you? You won't come on camera, he's fell out with me. Yeah. How many kitchens? I wonder how many kitchens you think you've done over time. So yeah, it's moving along pretty well, this job, but we're at that stage now where it's the last few things that are outside of our control that are preventing it from being handed back to the client, which is frustrating for everyone really, because they can see it's in touching distance. They just want to get in and get us out, because it doesn't matter how good you are as a builder and how understanding you are as a client, fatigue sets in. You just want to get out of the way, you want your house back, and we get that. You'll notice here that the plasterers haven't skimmed this wall, and the reason that is because we're waiting on the doors, as we always are, and we have to progress the job. So we dab it, we don't do the reveals. Whoa, nearly man down there. Don't do the reveals, and we don't skim it, so that when the doors go in, the plasterers can get their margins correct, i.e. the gap on the frame, so it's uniformed all the way around. So we'll get the frames in, board it, and then skim it. And it's a bit annoying because you have to make a bit of mess at the end of the job, but it's the only way you can do it, because if we had to stop the job and wait for doors to be made, then we'd be miles and miles behind. So yeah, it's like an 8-week lead time on these doors. So yeah, not far off now, and I'm told that they're coming next week or the week after, and we're ready for them. So yeah, I'm just having a look round. Job's looking good. It's a bit of a mess we need to sort out outside. One of the teams there to sort that. So yeah, we're there in touching distance. This is the awkward bit in a job where it just needs to get over the line and get done. But I think what is nice, we'll have this job done for the client for summer, if we ever get a summer, and they can enjoy it for the rest of whatever sun we get this year. But yeah, good work. So yeah, back to the office now and catch up on absolutely tons of emails and all sorts I've got to deal with. But just before I go, I thought I'd talk to you about a bit that never really gets thought about on these jobs. The garden. Sometimes doing the garden can cost as much as doing the actual extension. It's crazy. So yeah, what we are going to do, because this is a bit of a mess, because all these trays, some of the subbies have come and just dumped their stuff and it's all over the show. So we've got Sarah here from our side to clear it all up and get it looking in some kind of order. This door as well, my trusty UPVC door that I always use on every job, so it's perfect for this. So you put some kind of hoarding in, but you can actually put a secure door in so the guys can come in and out without having to unscrew hoarding all the time. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. I'm pleased with it. It's we're getting there now. Like I say, I feel sorry for customers when it's at this point. We're trying our hardest, but it won't always come together as fast as they probably want it. But need to get the renderers cracked on again. It's a weather thing, so once we get a bit of a break, they've got a massive backlog of renderers now. They're telling us that they're like 3 or 4 months behind. So we've just got to wait in the queue for when they're ready and they'll crack on with this. Back in Liverpool, Alex is at Preferred Joinery and the star of the show's in, Mr. Devo. Let's see how we're getting on over there.
Welcome back to Preferred Joinery, and people's concerns about the weeds outside have been addressed, being cut down, and I didn't even know it was getting done. Come in today and look at this. Totally different. But yeah, so today Preferred, we'll go in, see what they're up to, and there's a few other things getting done this week. The last house has more or less been built up as well. I can see through the door there. We'll go and see what else they're up to. Let's go and see Richard up here. The Spanish omelette one was good.
I haven't seen that one. No. Right, today we're going to learn how to make the perfect Spanish omelette.
So Richard's just changing the blades on the planer. Now, because sometimes they'll just go, and you can see them 3 there, like a nail's being put through them and took at the edge off each one.
So you just got to change each one.
Easy to change?
Not really. You've got to get it right. You know what I mean? So you've got to make sure the bed's flat, and then you've got to lift the blade up so it just gently brushes the timber.
So you're adjusting the height there, yeah?
So I've got to adjust the height, yeah.
Oh,
so
you can see it moving, yeah.
Blade lifting, and we've just got to make sure it just brushes the timber.
The lowest setting then, is it?
Yeah, they're level, them two.
Yeah.
So each blade's like smaller than, some are worn down more than others, you see, so the different sizes, so you've got to lift each one up according to the size of the blade.
Do you have to swap all 3 then? You can take a look at that one there, it's just been a nail or something, mustn't it?
Yeah, they haven't even been on long, so it's leaving a little dent in the timber as we're going over, so. Because
we used to have another planer, didn't we? It was like the old one.
The older one,
that was a better one, do you reckon?
Probably was better.
The bed was
longer, yeah. So.
Because when you have a big piece of timber coming on, pushing through, it bevels a bit, doesn't it?
It would be better for like the big stuff, what we're playing up, like with a longer bed, yeah.
How many times do you reckon you've changed it over the years?
Quite a few times, like.
Yeah.
You think Devo will be able to do it, but you can't do it, right, can he?
Can you do that, Devo, no?
Rich?
Change the blades on that?
Yeah, I can do it, but Rich just stupidly enough is asking Rich to do it all the time.
Well, no, because every time you do it, the timbers always jump in, don't they?
So we always do it before we switch it on, we always make sure it's the right thing. But Rich letting you do it all the time, when you're off sick, or if you're off an old, you're just going to change it again.
That's why you need to learn, don't you?
See, I'm the first aid, but I want everyone to know how to treat a broken arm. No, ignore it.
We call him Dr. Dev. Dr. Dev.
Dr. Devo.
Dr. Dev.
Dr. Dev.
Dev! I'm splitting my finger! Like fucking get. Look at old man. Yeah, but get it out.
So are you the first aid then, yeah?
I am, mate.
He tries to be, yeah.
Okay, so if you're not in, then who is the first aid?
No one. Well, Mick used to be a medic. He put sticking plasters, didn't he, on a few fingers, so that hardly makes him Quincy, like, but... yeah, but I've been doing it for 15 years now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What have you had to treat so far then?
What have I had to...
Treat?
Treat, splinters, a lot of splinters, a lot of slices, a lot of cuts, even cut my own, even cut myself for that. Get that on camera, look at that. Should have put a claim in for that, but I didn't. Dust in your eyes is quite a popular one.
I reckon the bandsaws are the worst, aren't they?
Well, we've all caught our fingers on that. Everyone has. You have, haven't you, Rit? I think you have, yeah. Seem to remember you coming up going, no! Everyone does. Everyone slags me off until it comes to getting treated, and then I have to go and sort them out, and then all the jokes stop then, like, you know.
Yeah, in the room on your own.
That's it, yeah, you know, you command me respect then, like, you know.
Talk about that time when you planed your finger off earlier.
No, we don't need to talk about that, mate, no. Yeah, that was me knuckle, Werner, yeah. I had to go to Whiston and get it all.
Oh yeah, it's naughty that, isn't it? So what's
Yeah.
that from in here?
Yeah, I was on a bench and I had a lucky plane in my hand, and someone just distracted me, and I just switched it off and I just went like that. just put it all where my knuckle was.
No.
So when I went to the hospital, yeah, they said we can't stitch that because you left that hole in it, so they had to...
So they had to come right the way down there?
Yeah, they've had to cut it all up and patch it all over. So that's just from a little hole in my knuckle, so my knuckle's gone now, there's nothing there.
That's the worst one, so the first aid's got the worst cut.
It's ironic, isn't it? Yeah. The one who's setting the example is actually getting themselves hurt more than anyone, like, you know. Yeah, but I have to do that so everyone knows not to do it, you know what I mean? You know, I'll happily go like that and just go like, look, see lads, that's what you can't do, like, you know. It's worth going to walking for 3 hours, like, just to prove a point, like, you know. This is a sample box, this, so basically, if this isn't a good job, we don't get the job, so the pressure's on me, basically. So yeah, this is just a one-off sample box. So I'm just basically currently...
Hard with sills, softwood frame, yeah?
Yeah, always get hard with sills, always, otherwise they just fall apart. But normally, 9 times out of 10 we make hardwood boxes, this is just a softwood box, which is unusual, but like, you know.
So have you done the sashes for this?
I haven't made the sashes yet, now. I've got to make the box first, then I've got to make the sashes.
Yeah, it's what
in that order.
Spring balanced?
No, we're cords and weights.
No, is it, yeah?
Yeah, so basically, like, you know, we have to cord them up, put weights around here, and then that takes the weight of the sashes, and then they slide up and down.
He's got his jumpers on now.
Oh yeah, he put them on this morning, didn't he?
Yeah.
Got them used to, he's made up part of the team.
What are these ones for? These for the other second house?
This is the second part of an house we've done recently,
one,
forward part.
Oh, I know, yeah.
So
I know.
Just knocked them all up. He's sanded, knocked the sash up the other day, he sanded them, painted them. He's just sanding the boxes and fitting them out.
Same order?
Yeah, same thing, there's 8 windows all in.
Where are the sashes then?
Behind them.
Oh, yeah, there, yeah.
So they're just ready to get fitted out, make sure they fit in.
Same dance again?
Yeah, same thing as the last load.
So is that all the house done now for the...
Yeah, that's all over there, waiting for the weights to go in.
Because they've been sitting in the factory for ages and all the dust's gone all over them. Yeah. Having to wipe them down again. What's happening with them? Are we painting them ones?
Yeah, we're just going to paint them. These will get 2 coats of... These are getting undercoat of these, but they're getting 2 coats of undercoat.
And painted on site.
And painted on site, yeah.
How's he doing?
Doing well. All the stuff on his boxes, like.
Yeah. Everyone's saying you're doing good all the time now. So you're doing good, mate. Everyone's happy with you. Jumpers on now.
Jumpers on.
T-shirts are on.
Just when he gets an haircut, needs to save me some hair.
When are you going away in the van, Nat?
Friday.
Camping.
Camping Friday. Camping in the big van.
Yeah. It'd be great. When Richard's going away, camping in the van. Putting the mattress in and everything.
And a 3-piece suite.
So what are they, casements?
Yeah, 9 casement windows with a duplex bar, planted on bar on some of the sashes.
Oh yeah, there in the top.
Yeah, so there's a thick sash in all the bottoms, open one in the top. So yeah, I'm planted on bars on them all.
So we profiled all these ourselves?
Yeah, we
painted
them all ourselves, yeah. So I'm just sanding them up now.
So you see that there, what's that, for the draft strip or something?
Draft strip, that, yeah.
So you push that through the spindle to get that?
Yeah.
You see that there? Like a draft strip all the way through down the side. Then when they're done like that, then what's happening? Are they getting primed up or anything?
Yeah, sand them up, prime them up, fit all the sashes, and then when the glass comes in, glaze them and then fit the bars on then.
And then that's that other house in it to go out then?
That's number 33, yeah.
So that's the house that we showed you with the red door outside with the canopy missing still, with no scaffold on. That's them.
So the scaffolding's going up this week, ready for Dave next week.
Because we've been waiting for the slot to fit them, they've just been sitting there. And we're trying to get a container for outside to store windows when they're ready, so they're not sitting in the factory getting full of dust. Because it's a nightmare then to clean up again, isn't it? They're all being painted, done. Because we've got tight for space, it's hard to put them anywhere.
So we're going to spend a day on them now, wasting a day, just clearing them up.
Ready to go sit in a container outside, ready to roll. Yeah. The calendar's still turning now.
Yeah. Well, I've kind of like discovered Jesus, mate, over the last couple of weeks, and I realised that actually is offensive. Like, so I was going to put it in the bin, but I thought the lads would get upset. But I'm personally morally against it now, mate. You know.
That's it. Yeah. New man.
She is incredible. No, I won't.
So that's it for today in Preferred Joinery. Today's been a little bit quicker, I'd say, just because the lads are busy on stuff that they need to get out the door. I've tried to have a little chat with a few of them, but we are quite busy, so we're trying to get a few jobs knocked off and get them out, because there's orders stacking up now to be fitted. Dave, our fitters, coming back available again from all of the jobs that he's done to get the ones out the door that you've seen on the wall. And as I say, you know, we are quite busy now, so we're trying to get things moved on and pushed out, so the lads are like trying to keep things going and push them to get things done, so we need to leave them to it for now. But as I say, still a good little update. Seen a little bit with Richard there on the planer. Spoke to Devo, our main man, first aider, who we now know is our first responder. So with all that being said, I'm going to hand you back over to Manchester and I'll take it from here.
So, back from Project Rosewood now, and I'm just waiting. I've just realised someone promised us they'd pay us today. It's quite a big amount of money, and it's not landed. So I've just fired off a semi-polite, not sounding desperate, but urgent message, because we need that. We've got quite a lot to pay out for, so the pay run's tasty today. It's not normally as bad because it was a bank holiday last week, so you get a shorter week for the guys, but yeah, hopefully that'll come in, otherwise it's going to be a tasty rest of the afternoon. Those of you that watch D&J Project, which I know a lot of you do because a lot of people come from their channel to ours, you'll remember that Dave has bought a conveyor for his yard. Now, I know I get accused of copying quite a lot, but Dave and I were actually helping each other find that conveyor, and we found one for us, and it actually, I thought, it didn't have an engine, so it's quite old, it needs a lot of TLC, so I bought it with the view to give it to Dave, but then Dave found himself a working one that's now up and running and actually is going to be a brilliant addition to his yard. So ours is about 500 years old, he's on a farm. I'm going to send the grab, the 8x4 grab, but looking at it, we've measured it, it's going to have a bit of overhang, so we've checked that it'll be safe and legal if we send an escort vehicle. So we've got our lovely support vehicle there, and I set it up for reasons like this as well. So Dale's going to go and follow over with our grab driver and collect it and see what I've stitched us up with this time. And I'm going to go back to my desk, which is probably quite boring content wise, and try and bring some money in, but that's business. A lot of you guys understand. Let's have it.
So we're just down at D-side. I've just come to get a conveyor for the ag yard. Yeah, nice little project that Chris has bought. Going to do a bit of fabbing and needs a motor and stuff like that, but yeah, good deal online. So we're just going to get it loaded up now and get it back to the yard. So we've got it loaded now, as you can see. It is overhanging a tad, but good job we've got the response vehicle there, so we'll have the beacons on the motorway down back to the yard. So thank you to the driver. go, finally made it back. It's all unloaded. Another little project for me. Got to tart it up, make sure everything's all right. You know, it's a good buy, so it'll help us loads in this yard. Probably need some rollers, nice bit of paint, and a new motor and a bit of a service. And yeah, we'll be using this a lot actually. Got the amount of stuff that we've got coming in at the minute, it's just unreal. So gonna keep us busy and keep it more productive. But yeah, another day in the life of EveryTrade. Something new every day, but keeps me in a job. See you next time.
So I've still not managed to pull that money in, which is a bit annoying. So I've stepped up with a bit more of a firmer email asking him to make sure it's paid before close of business today. It's annoying that though. It just makes our lives that bit more stressful. But oh, man's got some new garms. Down with the kids, I reckon I've just ruined. Represents credibility, and Arn as well. Good mates, like them. Bit more looser fitting for me because look, got a new hoodie. This is meant to be oversized, but it's not oversized. I guess I did have a good holiday. So that's it for another day at EveryTrade. We'll be back Wednesday with an action-packed episode. Please, if you've not already, subscribe to the channel. If you've liked what we've produced, and we've put our heart and souls into this episode like we do all the episodes, please like the video. Come back Wednesday. Have a great rest of the weekend, guys. See you then. Click here for Wednesday's episode. Click here and here for episodes that you need to watch. And click here to subscribe to our channel. Have a great weekend. 1. New PB.